What's good, you guys? Cruz here. Gonna be breaking down how I made the beat for Black-Hearted for Mozzy. Real excited to show you guys how I made it. This is one of my favorite beats that I've made. I really wanted to get this one placed as soon as I got done finishing it. Again, this is one of my favorite beats that I've made. Big shout out to Davo and Mozzy for having me a part of the album. Really appreciate you guys. If you're new to the series here, please subscribe if you can. I do videos like this every single Sunday where I break down beats and songs that I produce in detail, showing all my secrets and everything that I do. So please subscribe if you're not already. I really appreciate it. Also as well, hit the like button for me. Really helps me out and the series out. So I really appreciate you guys. With that being said, let's jump in and see how it was made. So what initially started the beat off here, obviously, is the sample. So the sample was originally pre-cut from one of my boy Rascal's kits. Big shout out to Rascal. If you didn't know already, me and Rascal had collabed on another beat for Mozzy. It's the interlude track on the Spiritual Conversations EP. Definitely go check that out. He played the keys on that one. But yeah, in one of the kits I bought from him, he has a lot of pre-cut samples. So I ended up taking that and re-flipping it into my own way. Which became part of the record here. So here goes the original sample here that he cut.
Why'd you hurt me? Why'd you hurt me? Why'd you hurt me so bad? You must stay with my
So I took that, flipped it, and did my own thing with it. Specifically what I did was that I sped it up, pitched it up, and added a whole bunch of effects to it. Going in, I added some reverb here, EQ, filter freak. I automated a low pass filter as well during the verse, which I'll go over. So after I did my own thing to it, this is what it sounds like. So now this is where I start adding stuff on top of the sample, especially the stuff that's progressive like that. So to make everything sound full, played some keys on top of it. Started with this preset here in Keyscape, LA Custom C7 Dark Score. But I put some EQ and crystallizer onto it to make it sound different and crazy. So after that, next thing I added was a bass. This is Green Taurus bass here in Omnisphere, one of my all-time favorite basses. Been using since like 2013. Definitely my go-to bass. Didn't really do too much, just added some EQ, boosted up 200 here a little bit, and just really played the root notes of the chord progression here. So I pulled up another piano in Keyscape here, LA Custom C7 Cinematic. Just added a couple EQ presets here. This is a Native Instruments EQ piano preset. Some more EQ and some reverb just to get it to sound how I want it to. Thought that was dope. So now I just pretty much added in the main chords of the beat here. So on top of that, to add a cool effect to it, I took that piano I just played and then I rendered it into audio so I can have more control over it. And then I ended up reversing it, chopped it up, and then hit the chords where they're supposed to hit. So now I got a cool piano playing with the reverse effect going. Sounds like this. pretty much all there is to it melodically. The rest of it is just chopping stuff up and then just creating effects to make things sound a little different. So coming into the verse here, starting off with the sample, I automated a low pass filter here onto the sample just so I could make it sit behind the beat so the artist can stand out a little bit more. On top of that, I chopped some parts of the sample out here and I automated some panning here on the sample, so it makes it sound pretty dope. And now for the reverse piano effect that you can hear in the verses. I do this in a lot of my beats. I think it sounds like crazy dope. This is actually the first beat that I actually did this effect on. So I took my reverse piano and I added some tremolator onto it and some pan man, so it kind of pans left and right. Makes it sound really dope. Then we got some exhale that I added. It's just real subtle, sits in the background. Just put a lot of reverb onto them. Still got the same exact bass as before, just didn't sustain the notes all the way. And then all I have for drums for this part, just real simple snaps going on. And a reverb at the end. And then from here on out, all I did was just kept building the drums throughout the verse. Open hats. Hat loop. Reverb. Moving along, now we're approaching the second half of the verse. Again, just adding some more drums here. Added my own closed hat here. Later snare. Another open hat. So in full, this is what we got for the drums. That'll loop for 8 bars there, and then after that it goes into the hook, and the hook is exactly what we had made in the beginning. I just brought that back. So it starts off with just a sample playing here, brought that back, and then the second half of the hook, last 4 bars of it, we brought the piano back, the reverse piano back, all the things that I added in the intro there, and then after that loops back into the second verse. right there, all done. It's actually really simple. Just added a lot to the drums, a lot of layering going on just to make everything sound full. Really hope you guys enjoyed this week's breakdown. This is Black-Hearted by Mozzy. It's on the album Gangland, Landlord. It's out now. Glad to be a part of another album from Mozzy. Appreciate you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think, my production style, what I did. Leave me some suggestions of what you want to see in future videos. As always, I'm doing this every Sunday. And as always, please leave a like if you can. Really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're not. But that is all for me this week. I will see you next Sunday. I'm out. Peace.